Ronan has been playing great this weekend. Cole's cut break has been fantastic. I can tell you that it is absolutely firing on every cylinder this weekend, and that's one of the reasons. I mean, he's been playing well, but one of the reasons that he just keeps giving himself great chances. The cut break's a beast. And there's another one. And the yellows, they could be gone in double quick time. Just depends on how Cole gets going in this quarterfinal. He's going to have pressure on. I think there's a bit to play for Cole here in his mind. He's been to a quarterfinal before. He lost to Hitan Patel, a game that he felt that he had a really good chance in. But, he came up short on it, and now he finds himself in another one. He's got Ronan McCarthy this time. He's got a good record against Ronan. But all of that, none of that matters. It's all about now.
Just about right, that. Just coming up onto that yellow. Yeah, he's certainly an entertainer, Cole Bedford. Ronan earlier today, I was on comms with him. It was more of a workman-like performance. There's some great moments, but he was always in control.
Would have loved to have got that cue ball another 6 inches up the table. He's got a big angle here, but he can just hold. Yeah, well controlled.
Just run it through, have the black in the top right, there you go. That's where he wants it. Nothing to do with the cue ball, just run it through a tad, and the perfect start for Bedford. He's a very animated character as well, is Cole.
Yeah, where's his heart on his sleeve?
I was going to say, you'll know if he's winning or losing. He will let us know.
Yeah, took a deep breath there as well. You can see the nerves are definitely in play. I mean, he's a busy player. Runs around the table, just races around. And you're going to see it. You're going to see it play out now.
Perfect start.
There you go. The little nods, the little idiosyncrasies that you see.
World legend. Well, he gave them a bit of stick.
Didn't we ever? What a break.
Yeah, lovely split there from McCarthy.
Guess you could say that if there was a weaker part of Ronan's game, it always was his break. But he seems to just...
Yeah, there was a couple of times earlier today. There was more sort of trying to force his shoulder through it and it didn't really split that well. But my word, if he starts getting balls off the break, because his control is so good. A big contrast in styles and mannerism and everything with these two players. These are polar opposites.
Yeah, Ronan would make a very good poker player. He really doesn't give much away at all. You might get the odd head shake now and again, but you won't get much. Very stoic. He's a funny guy too. He's got a great sense of humour. If anyone's familiar with Ronan and his online antics, him and Declan Brennan, Mark Farnsworth always having a bit of fun and banter between themselves. There's some famous photos that go up on social media now and again, which are absolutely brilliant. It's okay, probably just a little straighter. Would have liked an angle either way, just so he could get a bit closer to the line that he wants on the red. But I think he's probably just going to have to take his medicine here, just stop it dead, and then take the red long. Yeah, take the red long. Use the cushion now. Just going to use that side cushion, come through the gap of the yellows, bounce on and off. Fairly natural line. Oh, I say a natural line, but he's just caught the yellow. Didn't expect that. He's left a tougher 8-ball now. This isn't a gimme by any stretch of the imagination.
When he played that red, I thought he might have had to put a bit of left-hand side on the squarely angle because it was going towards that yellow. But this is tough.
No.
And wide it goes, and Bedford is going to get a chance to go 2-0.
Yeah, little work to do. There's a ball on the right-hand side cushion. He's got a couple of balls that link up to it. The one, I mean, he could go after it now. Just take this one to right centre and then leave the angle. It may, I mean, the one nearest the bottom right pocket is perfect to get on the 8. So just all about the order of taking them at the top of the table. So he's got the choice now. He could try and stop dead and then take the yellow either to the middle or just run through and take it long, or he can try and run through to the top of the table and take the one at the top. Yeah, he's left the one long. Just the wrong angle.
Well, I don't think you want to run to the top because there's always a danger of like putting a cue ball on that jaw.
He's looking to see whether that's a 3-ball plant, but you wouldn't want to be taking that on.
No.
But he's just got the wrong angle here. I think he can punch this in and get across the left-hand side of the table there. Just use the side cushion. Screw it across. It's not an easy shot though. Needs some care.
Great shot.
Oh, that's super. That is super.
He sort of goes around the table. He's like a cat on hot coals.
Yeah. Funny enough, I was with Cole this morning. And had a swim.
Is this one of your friends in the jacuzzi again?
he was in the steam room, and
Nick and friends.
I didn't realise the guy could stay still for that long. I've never seen him stay still for that long. He was in there for about 15 minutes, barely moved. Normally like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Well, just the simple stuff to do now for Cole Bedford. Part of this probably screw with a bit aside and get a bit further down the table. Yeah, it's fine. So, 2-0 looking like now.
Yeah, it was all about that one careless shot from Ronan. Just catching that yellow on the way through and leaving a tough 8-ball. This 8-ball for the perfect start. The young man from Hereford. Cole's gone for a wander.
You know, I dare say there's anybody else in the game at the moment that's playing at the pro level that's played more matches than Ronan.
Didn't catch them at all. Did not catch them at all.
You see a bit of emotion there?
Yeah, it was. He's hit too high.
His face. You've got to love him. You've got to love that reaction.
It's the way he looks across to Ronan for sympathy.
Yeah. Sheer disbelief that he hasn't made a ball. Now Ronan can't afford any mistakes. There's Cole now. He'll be chatting with the crowd in a minute and asking them, like, how have I not put on a ball?
Yeah, it wasn't a good connection for the cut break.
And his first break was so good as well.
Yeah.
So nice little angle now for Ronan to pop this red into the centre. Cue ball go through this little gap of yellow. He might actually clip off the one below it, but it won't harm the path of the cue ball. It should lend itself to pushing the cue ball towards the reds at the bottom.
Yeah, he's looking at the angle he wants to leave there. Can't fail to be on something, but just needs to find the right angle.
Nice and delicate there from Ronan McCarthy.
He's got a choice now.
Well, I think in an ideal world, I think he'd pot the one into the middle and just kick that yellow out the way. That way it will land on the one that's nearest the black spot. Probably pot that in the corner, cue off the bottom rail, and then the other one.
Yeah, he's sticking with plan A though. This is the original route that he planned. So
I'd have been worried there myself of not cannoning that yellow properly, leaving a too thin a cut on this red, and then not being able to get on the other one. But he's played it well. He knows better than I do, of course. I've seen this one earlier today, bridging over on a very simple finish. I saw from Mark Shepherd on commentary this morning, but he didn't miss this one. And this to open his account.
yeah, and that break from Cole Bedford got what it deserved. Punished. A few familiar names already through into the last 64. If you ever want to keep up with the draw and what's going on and what matches are happening, then you'll find it on the live scoring on the Ultimate Pool app. There's a section for live scoring.
Yeah, everything's on there, including the women's event.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. Dry break from Ronan McCarthy, and Cole Bedford's away on yellows. And not a bad layout here at all. It's going to be all about the link from top of the table to bottom of the table. And I think the yellow that's kind of nearest the 8 ball, just below the 8 ball, does pass the bottom left, which is going to help him because that makes the link from the ball on the right hand side to that one easier. So it's just about the transition and how he gets onto that ball on the right hand side. Yeah, looking at where he wants to leave it now. The red above, just the one he's queuing over now, that's the only ball that's going to cause him any issue, because that's the kind of line that he'd like to be on with the cue ball now to pop the one on the yellow. So he's just going to have to come slightly wide of that, just leave a little wider angle. Yeah, he's not going to try and do too much here. Leave it wide.
Yeah, no problems here for Cole. Just drops this yellow into the corner.
Yeah, and of course, just kill the cue ball, and as I say, it was helpful that this yellow passes. Otherwise, he had a bit more work to do to come across and play it into that same pocket. But absolutely no drama here. And I feel much happier about life after that previous dry break and letting Ronan in. This 8 ball, he takes that 2-frame lead. He's got the cushion. Still a long way to go. Plays the cut from a little way in. A lot of players play it just from a little bit wider than that. Makes a ball and gets the layout again. Little grimace, and I think that's just because the yellow that's on the left-hand side, nearest the left-hand side cushion. Yeah, it's a bit of a fiddly one, this, isn't it? So much so that he's going to take on reds.
Oh, no, he's not.
That's careless. That's
careless, Cole.
About that.
And that says it all. No guessing what happened there, is it, from his face?
No, and the problem was, in playing that, he'd left Ronan the perfect angle to knock out the 2 bad reds. Now it's wide open, and he knew it, because that's what he was playing, to leave that angle. And then you see him just try to slide past that 8 ball. He's
clipped it on the way through and obviously missed a pot. And that looks like being very costly indeed for Cole Bedford.
Yeah, I mean, massive, isn't it? I mean, if he gets that and finishes 4-1 ahead, he's very much in the driving seat, but it's right back in the mix at 3-2.
He'll take the red next to the black here, screw back into the 8-ball. Ronan there wanting the red cleaned. I think he's spotted a gremlin or a speck of dust on it. Mark off, our referee. Gives it a thorough clean. Back we go. Very smooth and quick, as it was on Ronan's time.
Yeah. I mean, it always shows you when someone's got a simple clearance, they don't even bother taking their extension. And he's not called it here. Doesn't need to.
Should be able to rack them up if you could save a few of them, so you can have about 4 in one frame. Well, he goes to black ball. Ronan McCarthy keeping in touch with Cole Bedford. Another good break there from Ronan. And reds look very favourable.
Yeah, I think this one's quickly going to be 3 each.
Yeah, Ronan's not a smash breaker, but he is a controlled breaker. Not many try breaks on this new Rasslon Apollo table either.
No. No, not at all. They've had 1 each so far, but...
Yeah, I think in comparison to the old table, that I think did see quite a few.
Just needs to take care with the red that's adjacent to the 2 yellows.
Yeah, he's just looking now where he wants to be on it, because he doesn't want to leave it, so he has an angle. He's going into the yellows. He needs to be coming out.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely nothing for too far.
Oh, I'll tell you that, you might have to play in the middle next. I think he might have to play the red into the centre next. So I think he's come too far, I really do.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
either the middle or he plays that red and then screws back to where he is to take that red afterwards into the middle.
A very rare flicker of emotion there from Ronan, a very slight shake of the head, and you never ever see that.
Because he knew how important it was to get that right positional shot.
Yeah, well, he doesn't want to be playing this shot. He really didn't. And I'll tell you what, he doesn't want to come back straight again, unless he has to play both in these centres from that corner. Jabby, and he's slid in off the jaw. Look at Cole's face behind him. He thought he missed it. He was raring to go. He's turned around and to somebody in the crowd, like, pulled the face.
Straight again, though.
He's going to go in the middle again.
He's going to have to.
Well, he didn't like the last shot, and he's not going to like this one either. Not only that, he needs an angle to get down for the black should he pot this one.
Yep.
That one was a lot more accomplished. You see Cole behind him tap his leg in appreciation of that shot.
He's just got a shade of an angle.
He has.
So he can punch down.
He's finally got there.
Yeah.
Well, this one's been hard work from what was going to be a relatively easy finish, and Ronan will be relieved to get rid of this frame. And that levels the match up, 3 apiece. That's a great break. But is he going to get a ball? Yes, he is. A yellow in the middle. Well, that came to Cole's rescue. It's not the ideal split, to be fair, at first glance, but...
He's dancing back there.
Oh.
He's dancing. Look at him. Dancing with his cue. Here we go. Little shimmy of the
hips. He thinks he's not going to get a ball. Look at the face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh, still going. He's doing the...
It's brilliant.
He's doing the rumba.
Absolutely.
That's called the pool polka.
He is quality. Just... it's entertainment in itself. Just watching his face, just for the reaction of the highs and lows of Paul in one man.
Yeah. It must be torture living inside that head.
That's a great shot, by the way. He's just played there. He's just freed that red.
Yeah, brilliant. Brilliant.
We were too busy talking about Cole Bedford's idiosyncrasies and mannerisms, and we nearly missed that shot there as you saw him cannon the ball in and free the other one out. And if he gets this finish, this will be his toughest one he's pulled out. And it is pure entertainment.
It's a big angle again.
Well, he's come a little bit too far, and he's beside himself again. And now he's having a talk to himself.
But it's so key that he gets the right angle on the ball to the middle.
I don't think he's not in a disaster of a position. It's just...
Yeah, but that's no good.
No, you wanted a thicker contact on that yellow. Now this is going to be some shot.
You need a full ball contact.
Right. So he's I wouldn't advise going that way. I'd rather go up the other way. So come to the right hand side of the table. So play with left hand side and have the red in the middle.
Yeah, I agree.
He's gone that. Oh, it's good.
Oh wow.
Oh, a lovely shot.
How well has he played
I'd have been scared of that because I'd have probably put a bit more side. Because I'd have been scared of the middle bag.
Yeah.
That was super control there from Cole Bedford. Oh my word, he's gone wide. As he struck it, I thought that was too thin. Oh no. No, Cole. Yeah, I know what he thinks of that, and he's looking out for some celestial help. He's not going to get it, and he certainly won't get any sympathy from Ronan McCarthy. This is such a good shot that he's played here. This was the hardest shot of the frame. The control, and it was on a string. But then to miss the final red. Well, Ronan's playing safe, but the ball's going to go in. He didn't want that pot.
No.
This is it. As soon as he struck it, I knew it was. You could see it was thin. And he sort of, because he does move a little bit because of his general mannerism and the way he cues. And
he's going to go after the clearance now. You can't blame him.
Well, no, he didn't want to firstly, but
he didn't. He's forced into it now.
This yellow must pass the red. So after potting from his safety, Ronan McCarthy is now forced to go for the finish. And it's a bit of a turnaround from 3-1 behind. Now potentially to get his nose in front. Just a dead weight rolling. And now this yellow. Just slide past the red. Something just caught Ronan McCarthy's eye in his line of sight for this ball. Down goes the last yellow. And this from 3-1 down to going 4-3 up from McCarthy, and in he goes. Cole Bedford for a restroom break, and then the final quarter-final, which will sort out our semi-lineup, and it will be Craig Waddingham who will be taking on your original tip, Stevie Dempsey.
And Dempsey, Dempsey's been good, but Wad was great earlier as well. I mean, if Dempsey does make the final, he's earned his place there because he's had some tough matches. This is a dry break for Ronan McCarthy, and this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Cole Bedford. He needs to reset, and this is a great opportunity to do so. Just one problem at the top of the table. Red and yellow's tied up together.
Well, the yellow at the top goes. This is the one that's stuck behind in. I think it's quite tricky anyway, because he's going to have to come back down for the yellow at the bottom.
Yellow ball's in play.
So there's a lot of manoeuvring to do here for Cole Bedford.
Yeah.
You've got to go up here now.
Yeah. And you're right, it is awkward because coming down to that, back down to that ball, the yellow, I was just looking at the yellow in the middle of the table. I think it does pass to the left middle, which will help.
Well, you can bump this out now, and it's quite easy to control the cue ball into that yellow, just to bump it across.
Yeah.
You're always going to land on the one. If you didn't land on that, you're landing on the one in the middle. It's over the bag.
It's all about how you transition down the table now.
Yeah.
He could leave that ball at the bottom of the table till last.
I think you might have to.
Yeah. Maybe not now.
Well,
not now. It's going to be the one at the top of the table till last. He's got a big angle here as well.
I think he can roll. Can he plain roll this through? I think he can.
Yeah.
Well, this is the shot, because he can't just play this plain ball. I think he's going to play. Personally, I'd go sort of top and left hand side and come off bottom rail and the right side rail, and that's the way he's gone.
I agree.
That's a nice shot there from Cole Bedford. And
because he can now let his arm go on this one, can't he? He can just.
Well, he certainly let his arm go on that last red in the last frame.
Yeah. But he can flow through this shot. Doesn't have to play a delicate one. He can really let go and get the cue ball back to where it was.
This is a tidy little finish from Cole,
really nice.
and a good bounce back as well, because his head could have completely gone. He's still shaking his head.
Yep. Yep.
And it's going to be Cole to break.
He's not finding the ball at the. I was going to say he's not finding the ball at the bottom of the table off the break, and that's what he was doing earlier. He was getting one into the corner straight away, and now that's not coming. He's relying on.
Look at the face.
He's relying on a later ball to go in.
Oh dear! He's trying to lean forward to force the red in as well. It's like a body swerve.
I think we might see him change that cut break if it keeps doing this, because okay, he's made a ball, but it's not how he wants to make one. It needs to be from the initial explosion, and then you've got a reliable ball that you can just rely on every time.
He's come back too far there. That's a careless shot from Cole. He needed to leave himself an angle to get up the table, and he's come back, well, an inch and a half probably too far. Wrong angle. I mean, he can get back up. He's going to have to now pump it with some spin, either screw back with loads of side into that rail, and then if he does that, I think he might get closer to the reds.
Reds are in the way. He does have.
I don't like the top, because you're very close. If you want to play the top spin shot, it's very, very awkward.
I think he's just got a shade of an angle there.
He's trying to borrow some pocket here, and he wants to be careful doing that. But he saw Ronan do it yesterday, and he didn't get the pot.
That's ugly. If he's on the one to top left, then it's not too bad. The ones to middle, he's hampered, and if he takes the one to middle, he can't avoid the cannon on the other yellow, and he could push that nasty. It's
dear, oh dear.
Need to watch the cannon here. Oh, he judged it well. Still a little bit awkward, but
for me, you play the double. It's a straight double into there. You can hold the cue ball, stop it dead.
he could hold on the red. But again, he's queuing over the red.
You hold it on the red. I don't like the angle there, and I think you keep too close to the cushion. Well, he's doing what you said.
Yeah, just come off the back, off the cushion into the back of the ball. Just off angle again here, so he's
he needs to find a shot here.
Yeah. Top it through.
It's all seat of your pants stuff, this, for Bedford. He's made the pot.
Top it through with side.
Has he come far enough? He has.
He's just come far enough.
But this is not a gimme at all.
No.
This is such a big shot. in a big time in the match. It's 4-4. This is huge. Whatever happens with this yellow, we are going to see a flood of emotion after this shot. If it misses, all pots. Great pot.
That's a super shot. I mean, he's controlled the cue ball, controlled the cannon onto the red as well. That really is top draw. And I mean,
got holding itself together with this.
I think a lot of players take their medicine there, just come wide of that red, but to hold on it.
That's brilliant.
And leave himself that 8 ball, that really is a
you see, he's happy with that. That's it. He's a happy man. That was a big finish.
Doesn't want Cole to get to the hill.
Oh,
wow-wee. I mean,
8 ball comes in.
He got lucky and then he got unlucky because the red that went in got kicked in. You see here a ball comes up, nothing was going in at this point, and it kicked the cue ball. The red went in, it kicked the cue ball in at the same time.
Extension cord.
Tricky.
Yeah, very much. Very much.
I'm even looking at myself to decide what colour to go.
I mean, I'm looking at this table thinking yellows, but Cole's...
I think he's changed his mind.
Yeah.
He's going to play red off the yellow over there. I think that's what he's looking at.
I'm yellows there just because it's not a bad yellow to develop. You've got the natural shot straight away to develop it here. Just need to make sure you get the cue ball back out because you're in danger of not being on anything. Played it well. It's okay. It's not brilliant. He would really like to leave the yellow on the left-hand side to get onto the 8 now. He needs something to be able to track up for the 8 ball. He's going to be left with a tough positional shot, whatever happens. Needs to get that ball off the rail ASAP.
Did not want to be bumping that. That was quite happy where it was.
Yeah, I don't think it goes now.
It looks.
Don't think it
I
passes.
don't think it does either. If he is nudged at that, is really careless. Yeah, he's had to come over here. I mean, it's a good recovery shot.
Yeah, but the problem is, Tony, he needs to take that ball off the side cushion. He cannot leave that till last because you can't get on the black from it. So.
Well, you can, but you'll have to play an incredibly good shot at pace.
That's a super shot.
He's got an angle. That's fine. I think Cole doesn't quite like that because he will have to force this a bit. So you're going to have to be pinpoint. If you're a millimetre away from the rail with this shot, it's going to draw.
Yeah, this would be some shot if he gets it. This is as hard as it gets on these tables.
Brilliant. What a shot that is. Look at the angle he's left there to get onto the black.
How well did he cue it? I mean, hardly any pace at all. Hardly any pace at all. Just a beautiful bit of cueing there.
Yep.
To get that far back up the table, to get that much reaction, that really is top draw. That's fantastic.
I'll tell you what, this has been some finish from Cole Bedford.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the 8 ball is dispatched. And Cole Bedford goes onto the hill. He just needs one more frame. Ronan McCarthy needs all 3. That's the simple maths of it now. Now he finds it.
Oh, 2
now
balls.
He finds it. Oh, look at this layout as well. Oh, well, the 8 ball's just gone a bit smelly. The last roll of the 8 ball, when I'm looking at it, I'm thinking, look at this. But now with the last roll of the ball, that 8 has made things pretty tricky. And there's no simple opener. Oh, he can get through to the one. I didn't realise he could.
Oh, Cole.
Well, I said he can get through to it. He couldn't. He was turning it over. And he's not bent the ball at all. And he's missed his target altogether. And he looks a bit sheepish. He bent it away, didn't he?
Well, he tried to come off. He tried to come off the jaw, clip it in, and spin the cue ball up the top of the table, and he's just misjudged it completely.
Which will delight Ronan McCarthy.
Well, he's handed the frame to him because the one problem with the yellows was getting up where he is now, and he's managed to ball in hand and plonk it there. Thank you very much.
a bit of a howler. Will it come back to haunt him?
Well, whatever happens, he's going to have another break.
Ronan's
come
dead
too far
here. He's dead straight. He needed an angle. Yeah,
well, he can get to there, but then it's getting the cue ball. Getting the cue ball across for the other yellow.
Yeah. Oh, he's come right down.
I didn't know he had that angle. I thought he was
Nor
dead
did I.
straight. So he was teasing us all along.
He's had our pants down there, hasn't he? Because
You old tease, Ronan.
He was eyeing it up for the bottom right pocket,
He was.
and then fires it
And
straight
then
through.
played a completely different shot.
That's okay. It's okay. It's these middles are playing nicely. It's not like playing on.
Yeah, it's the cue ball.
Yeah.
He's going to make the pot. Wants to go far enough up the table to get to the black, but he doesn't want to be steering towards anything like a corner bag or red, but it's nice and easy. And now this is going to be 6-5. Ronan hanging on in there as he always does. A little brush there off. That won't matter. Ronan pulls one back.
Try and control the cue ball. Makes a ball. And no real clusters. Just
Everything goes,
yeah.
but you've got to choose the right path around these balls, especially in the middle of the table where they're all. So there's a few reds that only go in one pocket.
Yeah.
So, you know, especially the two that are stuck to yellows. Those are the two key balls.
Yeah, he's got an angle now. I wondered if he needed to give the red and yellow in the middle of the table a bit of a tap. He's got an angle to come across and do it now. If he just comes across the top of the ball and glances it, he should be on something.
Went too far.
He obviously feels.
They wanted to be straight on that one in the middle, and then he could play the other one.
Yeah.
Get rid of both of them within two shots. And he's a raised eyebrow again. Not happy there. Having to clip this in the middle now. He's made the shot. Didn't want that nudge either off the
Oh, he's on
yellow.
the one to middle, but he's tied up the red onto the 8 ball now. And suddenly this becomes really awkward. Doesn't go anywhere.
Cole will be now thinking he might get his chance.
Yeah, there will be hope for
There.
sure.
That is a very rare thing. That was all born from just overrunning the cue ball a couple of shots ago.
The problem is, how do you develop that red? I mean, he needs to try and get an angle now, but he's on the wrong side of the red to do it. Oh, just a little brush. That's probably just enough to get it out so he can get to the potting angle now, but he's still left with another tough one.
Listen, he's got there's huge problems there, Nick.
Yeah, massive. Yeah, the yellow that's below the red in the middle of the table is causing him massive problems. Because even if he lands on it now, how do you get position on the one?
Well, he's made the pot. He has the angle. Now then, cutting the red in, cue ball off the left-hand side rail back. He's now got to miss the middle bag on the right.
That's about as good as he could have got, to be fair. That is about as good as he could have got.
I didn't want that. Did not want that. He wanted to miss them completely and landed on a straight red. Now then,
It does pass to top left, so he should still be okay, I think. Take it top left and
or
just.
cut it back in the middle.
Yeah, I think he'll go to the corner personally.
Yeah.
Easy to control the cue ball.
Half a bag. Brilliant.
Oh, middle of the pocket.
Brilliant shot.
That is a top.
He's dodged the bullet there as Ronan, but what a fabulous finish, because he did make that incredibly hard.
What a great game this has been. These two players.
Awesome match.
Absolutely trading blows with each other.
6 apiece.
Crucial break.
Balls are moving.
Makes.
He's going to go dry. Oh,
Wow.
the only saving grace in that he hasn't left a gimme finish.
I thought there was a ball going to the middle. I thought he was going to get one there. You see the yellows coming across now. You felt that one of them had to go in.
There's
there,
the realisation on Cole's face that he's not got a ball.
As you say,
It's like, give me a break.
that is a saving grace, the fact that it's a messy old table. Ronan says...
So messy that Ronan's not even going to attempt to pot.
Ronan says, you have a go, son. And I think Cole Bedford will take the bait.
What about 11 minutes plus of this frame and we have a 6 red?
I think we see Cole take the bait here.
Well, if I'm Cole, I'm going to go game. At least go down swinging.
Straight after the problem area.
Well, he has a chance here because now he's developed one of the reds and okay, stuff the other one behind that yellow, but it will now go off that yellow into the middle and kick the other one out effectively. Where it lands after that, I don't know, but I think Cole's not going to sit back and let Ronan sort of grind him to a.
He's not a player that
to a finish.
He's not a player that will die wondering.
Extension call.
That's his extension used. We're going to be on 15 seconds a shot very shortly.
So all about the shot now. Red to middle. Keep the other red
Why
out.
did he leave the cue ball on the side rail there? That
idea.
was completely avoidable.
No idea.
There we are. That little sound there you hear in the background. We are now at 15 seconds a shot.
Key to the frame here.
Well, he's clipped it the other way. Now has it come out far enough?
It has. That
Well,
goes.
he can play the red off the 2 yellows.
Yeah, absolutely. He's looking at that now. And
If he gets this shot, then we're looking at the black, aren't we?
then
Because
it's all about the 8, yeah. Oh, it dropped.
Oh, what's he doing here?
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
he still has an angle.
He's got an angle to go into it. Oh my God. He's gonna keep us wondering.
Well,
That's
he's got.
all right.
Oh,
That's all right.
yeah, it is.
Well, he's gonna have to double the 8. If he gets this and then gets the other red, it's gonna have to be a double on the 8 ball. And it's
Well,
not
this
bad.
is-
He can
This
drop
is
this
no
in.
gimme.
It's not. He's got it.
It's a great shot.
He's got it.
Right, this is perfect, really, because he's dropped this in because he'll leave himself the angle for the double in the black in the other middle. This is a roll-in. He's got it.
Right. Watch out for this reaction
Right.
if this 8 ball goes
He's
in.
absolutely plumb on this 8 ball. This is perfect for the double.
He's not got an extension.
No, and this is for the match.
Wow.
This is for an incredible finish.
Watch for the reaction if this goes in.
It's in, and look at Cole Bedford. He's won. He doubles the black and beats Ronan McCarthy 7 frames to 6. Bedford, and just look at him. He's ousted the world championship, the world champion even. And there's his black. Look at him.
He's just broken his hand. I
He
think.
has. Well, Cole Bedford is going to be in tonight's semi-final.